Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at Junior Pac-Man, and this is another game in the Pac-Man series. Although this was made without Namco's involvement or approval at all. This was created by Bally Midway in 1983, and by this point Namco was a little ticked off with Bally Midway abusing the Pac-Man character, which Namco created back in 1980. And I think the bad blood actually started probably with Pac-Man Plus, which was a really kind of cheesy hack of the original Pac-Man that Bally Midway made, I think, without Namco's approval, even though they put Namco's name on the marquee. I don't think Namco really had anything to do with it. This game is kind of interesting that it introduces some new things into the gameplay. The Clyde character, the orange ghost, is named Tim in this one. There are some that call me Tim. But the gist is that Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man have a baby, and he's Junior Pac-Man. The main difference between this and Pac-Man, or Ms. Pac-Man, is that the screen is so huge that it scrolls over to the left or the right. It's basically 3 screens wide. There will be toys as the prizes that float through the maze, like Ms. Pac-Man. And the prizes can eat the energizer, and they'll leave a trail of large dots over the tiny dots, and the large dots slow you down a bit. But if the prize eats the energizer, it's lost. You won't get it. And because the maze is so huge. Whoa, that was lucky. Because the maze is so huge, there will be multiple energizers, not just 4. I mean, there will be, like, I think it's like 6 or something. Go all over the maze. Try to cover as much maze as you can without having to grab an energizer if you can help it. And see those large dots that the prize is leaving behind it. And the first prize is a tricycle. Although this has such a huge maze, this game bears a lot of resemblances to Pac-Man, the original. There are the same ghosts, and they have the same personality. Blinky actively tries to pursue you, the red ghost, and the orange ghost is the least likely to pursue you. In fact, it doesn't pursue you. It just kind of goes its own way, just like in Pac-Man. So try to keep that in mind. If you're getting oh my god, that was lucky. I got lucky more than a few times in this game. But yeah, if you're worried that you're going to get trapped by the orange ghost, oftentimes it's just going to go away. And just like in Pac-Man, you get only 1 extra life at 10,000 points. So yeah, this bears a number of similarities to Pac-Man. But yeah, like I said, try to go, yikes, try to go all over the maze, or get a good portion of the maze before you get a power pill or energizer. Well, that was lucky too. I remember seeing this in the arcades. It's not great by any means. But here is the first cutscene, and there are little cinematic cutscenes in this game, just like Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man. Ms. Pac-Man protects Junior with a power pellet or Energizer, and Junior is in love with a small ghost. Now we see more of that story unfold later on. This followed the really, in my opinion, really bad Baby Pac-Man, which was a video game pinball hybrid. This time the prize is a kite, and the prices, or the prize values, are the same as in Ms. Pac-Man. You know, 100, what was it, 300, 500, 700, 1,000, 2,000, and 5,000. And there the prize managed to eat the Energizer. But there will be multiple prizes because of the huge maze. There will be, I think, like 4 prizes through the course of one maze. Just because the size of the maze is so huge. But yeah, if they will try to reach the Energizer or Power Pill. And when they do, they'll destroy it. Yeah, I had seen this. I think I first saw this, and I knew I was in trouble. I'd first seen this at an Aladdin's Castle arcade, I believe, when it was brand new, when this game was brand new. Yeah, this really isn't that great an entry. I mean, it's not the worst by any means. Oh. Yeah, use the size of the maze to your advantage. Ghosts generally, when they're off screen, they're you won't likely run into them when you scroll over. And the prizes aren't likely to take out an Energizer when they're off screen. In fact, I don't think that they do at all. So the size of the screen may seem daunting, but you need to use it to your advantage. And again, remember that the ghost personalities in Junior Pac-Man are the same as in regular Pac-Man. And that's a drum set for the prize this time. See, I already finished off the last prize, and then the next prize appears already. There's multiple prizes appearing in one maze. Yeah, the big dots created by the prize slow me down, and I think it was Pinky that was able to catch up with me. More often than not, the ways that I die is attributed largely to panicking. And if you have the orange ghost hot on your tail, he will likely go an alternate way instead of pursuing you. So don't freak out. Eventually, later in the game, just like in Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man, oh, he got the Energizer. But eventually in this game, just like in Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man, the ghosts will not even flash when you eat the Energizer, but that's way later in the game. Yikes. Let's get those big fat dots out of the way. The big fat dots are worth more points. The ghosts will never be faster than you when you're not eating dots. And even when you are, they're not much faster if they are faster. And now we have Junior Pac-Man giving a balloon to the little ghost that he's romantically involved with, and their dad Blinky watches from a distance. But overall, this entry in Pac-Man, I wasn't in the Pac-Man franchise, I wasn't overly enamored with. I played it a little bit at the arcade. At the time, I was much more interested in elevator action. I loved that game. Yeah, I figured I probably wasn't going to be able to catch the other ghost. Now we have a balloon as the prize. But yeah, they're generally toys. The last prize, which is 5,000 points. I could have caught them all, but screw it. The last prize, which is 5,000, is, I guess, root beer. You're not going to get that energizer prize. Yikes! Yeah, see, you can often get out of a jam if you've got Clyde, or in this case, Tim, as the ghost in Hot Pursuit, because they're not really in pursuit. But that will be the last prize, is a mug of root beer. Ah, crap. I panicked. Note that, you can wiggle the joystick back and forth if you're waiting to decide what the ghosts are going to do. You don't have to keep moving. I was never really good at this back in the day. I got a lot better with this game. Like I said, use the size of the maze to your advantage if you can. Cover a wide swath of dots before you use the power pill or energizer. And this time the prize is a choo-choo train, a little model train, and that is worth 1,000. Yeah, try to take out a good-sized chunk of dots before getting that energizer, or one of the 6 energizers. Maybe there's damn it. Maybe there was more than 6 dots. I think there was 6 total of energizers / power pills. Well, that was Junior Pac-Man by Bally Midway in 1983, which Namco had no involvement in. And Namco would sever ties with Bally Midway, or they'd let their contract with them run out in 1984. And again, the orange ghost is Tim in this. Well, here we're going to look at later prizes. And here is the third and final cutscene. The balloon flies away, and Junior Pac-Man and the Junior Ghost elope, or escape, excuse me. Pretty cute, really. And then this is the next maze. And this time, a cat is the prize. And the cat, I think, is 2,000 points. A lot of Y-shaped walls to the maze. I'm just showing you snippets of the remaining levels, or they'll repeat in their look later on. And this is going to have the mug of root beer in it. I would assume it's root beer, not beer, since you're a kid in this. I put on invincibility at some point. There are very small quarters there right around that energizer. Yeah, I put on invincibility here. And it's worth 5,000 points. Now on the 144th stage, I believe, is the kill screen. And many Pac-Man games had that. You can scroll all the way through the left or the right walls, and there will be some dots you can eat, and some things you cannot eat, and you can't complete the level. That's the kill screen. Stage 144, I think it was. But at any rate, that was Junior Pac-Man by Bally Midway in 1983. This is Crazy Climber Eddie saying thanks for watching Junior Pac-Man by Bally Midway in 1983. And I will catch you later in the future with another video. Hope you had a great Columbus Day weekend, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.